いやー、まだサブクエが2つぐらい実はあるんですけど、ちょっと話の流れが気になりすぎて先にもうメインをやりたくなってしまった。焦土の光で階段に行こう。あれが焦土の光か。なんかさっきまでいた町の方が栄えてたような気が栄えてたっていうか、なんか綺麗な気がするけど、そういえばなんか復興中なんだっけか。おー、あ、しまった。サブクエが増えた。そうだね。ああ、呼ばれてるけど、ごめんなさい。また来ます。なんか今はまだ少し壊れている感じだけど、全盛期はすごかったんだろうな、ここ。いや、今でも十分なんか存在感がすごい。うわ何してんだい。どうも。
That's our cue.
Taking the edge off?
Oh, if the end of the world's coming, I don't be sober for it. Now let me guess. You're in a rush, right? So whatever you need, ask away.
よくこの段階でうまくやってたかって聞こうと思えるよね。ちょっとこれ一番最後にしよう。焦土の光って何？
What do you know about this place?
Well, nothing good. It's where the Carja dragged all the captives they took from the Forbidden West during the Red Raids. Lucky ones became slave labor. The rest were hauled off to the Sun Ring and Meridian.
Your sacrifice.
You got it. Tanakh made sure to wreck the place before they chased the Carja out of the West. Can't say I blame them. And now Avad's paying the Osram to rebuild it. And no matter how much new stone they put up, it'll still be stained in blood.
なるほどね。階段については？
What do you know about the embassy?
I know not much. Only that Avad really wants it to happen. He said I'm making peace with these Tanakh. But from what I hear, they're not too big on the whole diplomacy.
ああ、テナークスが殺人部族って呼ばれてる部
So
族
if
か。
you're heading their way, be prepared. Things might get ugly real fast.
なるほど。
I'll keep that in mind.
エルサについて？
I was wondering if you were able to lay
そうだ
Ursa
ね。
to rest, like you wanted.
Yeah, we did. Just seemed the crowd that showed up to pay their respects. Half of them owed her a favor, and the other half owed her their lives. In the end, everybody drank. You know, it's the rowdiest funeral since ever.
Feels like she would have liked that.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. She would have put them all under the table.
寂しいだろうね。聞きたくないけど聞くか。うまくやってた？
How have things been?
Your silent departure. Yeah, not bad. Vanguard's going strong. Helped Avad pick up the pieces after the battle with the Eclipse. I took a month to bury Ursa in the claim. But when I got back, I got the assignment to babysit Wadis on his way to the embassy. I thought that'd be a cakewalk, so of course things went sideways.
You got blindsided. Wasn't your fault.
A couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
そしてまた来ました。行かなくては。
I better get going.
Right, I'll have to do complicated Aloy things. Maybe just don't disappear completely this time.
No promises.
I guess what I'm really trying to say is...
頼ればいいのに。
I know where to find you. Hopefully sober next time.
Not done counting it. Be careful out there, Aloy.
いやー、エレンドがな、味方になってくれたら100人力だと思うんだけどな。 なんかバールの件もそうだけど頼ればいいのに、でもそうか、今まで異端児だったから頼り方がわからないとか、そういう感じかな。もどかしいな。よいしょ。
Lighten up, Paiv. You've got a thick wall of stone between you and the Tanakh out there.
Yes, sir.
Why the long face, my boss? Wish you were heading out there?
No, sir.
ラワンってなんかどっ
Don't
かで聞い
worry.
たな。
If the
Are you in charge around here?
apologies, no, that would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, his second in command. So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
I'm here for the embassy. I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls. But the embassy remains
なん
delayed.
だってなん
Commander
で
Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
ほ
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders. Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. They'll reopen, once the Tanakh have left.
う。テナークスの勇士。
You said something about Tanakh marshals. Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy,
へ
they
ー、
arrive
3
with
つ
a
も派
contingent
閥
of
に分かれて
soldiers
ん
from
だ。
each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of their leader.
なるほど。
And by negotiate, I mean stare down our Sun Priest until they concede. Paiv over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy. Came back drenched in his own sweat.
It was hot that day, sir.
It was indeed.
階段について。
So what happens at these
ああ、
embassies
確かに確かに。
exactly?
それは気になってた。
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offered tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, the Tanakh returned personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids.
なるほど。
This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right? A soldier named Fashav?
So you've
生
heard.
きてるかどうかわからないいとこさんですね。
The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy's going to go well until it's practically over.
ノザール司令はどこに？
Where is this Commander Nozar then? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince him to open them for me.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol, especially when he's already high-strung.
ハードな交渉になりそうですね。よし、ついていこ
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back
う。ああ、
together.
お聞きになられ
I
ま
was
した
just
か。
helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvin was thrilled.
大喜びでしたよ。ノア族が解決してくれたぞーって言って。
Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
空が綺麗。
Better brace yourself.
いやー、どうだろうな。絶対すんなりはいかないだろうな。あれか。待って。一緒にいるのってフワディス。あ、最悪。最悪。これはちょっとこじれそうだな。
How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Aloy, was it?
Yes, the one who cleared the valley for you? That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait. Yea, for as the first,
すぐ開くなそ
Shut
れ。
up. Why the delay?
the Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait?
あ、
Go
2つし
find
か
out
ない
what's
んだ。
wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Dora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh's horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
くぅ行かせてもらお
Well,
う。
thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not.
と気になるのがサブクエ残してるんだけど大丈夫かな。
adherence to...
戻れるよね。
You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
わめいてろ。
Someone approaching! On a machine!
何バールこんなところまで追いかけてきちゃったの。言ってやれよアロイに。おごれおごれ。
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
後ろから来てる。
I don't care if the devil himself. The gate is here. You're that on road.
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
That's it. Arrest her.
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, nose off! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh?
いいぞ。
Let it through, boys. Saving the world.
ねえやっぱ連れてこうよ。めっちゃ頼りになるよ。
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Burl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
ああ正しい世界だ。禁じられし西部へ。まずい門が閉じる。
So
こ
this
れは
tribe
戻れ
that
ないの
Barad
か。
told us about the Tanakh. We
門が
need their
閉じち
permission
ゃ
to
っ
go
た。
west.
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
Just no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
たくもう余計なことすんなよ本当に。さてどうなってるんだろう。テナークス族か。初めて会うな。わあなんかおっとろど。うわあなんか斧抜いた。そう先立つなよ。
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is no.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold!
ファシャーブ。
She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage
生
East.
きてた。
And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away.
ほう、面白いことになってるな。
A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am
こっちまで
unyielding
来てるんだ
Fashav,
ね。
once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
その前にまず君とテナークスについて教えてください。
How did you come to be among the Tenakth?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy.
そうだね、時間はある。
Are you sure you want to hear it?
まあ、ぜひ聞かせてもらおう。
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tenakth into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate. I was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hikaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
苦肉の策とは。
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did something desperate.
I'd kept my ears open as the Tenakth dragged me along.
なるほど。
Mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hikaro's feet, I demanded this right, called the Kurut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tenakth howled, but Hikaro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me.
男だね。
Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kurut. Little did I know what I was in for.
苦労したんだろうな。彼らとって何？
You said the cool route is a Tenakth trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive.
闘技場があるのか。
Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
ヘリスのところの件かな。
Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hoped for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
なるほど。族長への奉仕。
You wound up serving the Tenakth chief.
The winners of the cool route must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
気になってた。
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hikaro's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tenakth still spat on the ground when I walked by. But they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tenakth. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Karja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tanakh for hating them.
お前の部族は
So then, are you still Karja?
あ、そう
Part of me, yes. Always. Yet there is much to admire about the Tanakh. Especially their chief.
その族長会ってみたい
I've
よね
heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hikaru and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace. And now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Karja.
ヘカーロ族長
The Karja talk about Hikaru as if he's a monster.
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him. So, that's my story. You're the first Easterner to hear it, but not the last. The Karja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tanakh is a lot different than how they do.
面白い話だったな。その入れ墨は何なんですか？
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration.
うん。
For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
面白い考え方だな。帰還
Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tanakh and the Karja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both.
それは確かに彼に
If
しかで
Sun
きな
King
い
of
な
Odd is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tanakh don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hikaru knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
面白い話だった。通行許可ください。
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tanakh lands.
意外とお
A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are
言っ
essential.
てやれ言ってやれ。
Chief Hikaru knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to it.
Look! The Sky Clan's banner.
お3つが揃ったってことか？ピンクだと。
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
ああ、ついに会談が実現する。
Not all Tanakh can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No, the other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
会談を普通に見たいから待とうて。
The Karja have opened the gates.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tanakh!
Regala. Chief Akaro's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaru has betrayed us! The embassy is proof! And all of you marshals are his accomplices! For this, I condemn you to death!
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
Lancers! Form up!
They're riding machines!
Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
なんてこった。
Vashav! Come with us now, or not at all!
Archers! Light them up!
Get to cover!
まずいまずい。階段がぶっ壊された。
Archers! Keep them back! Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates! Karja! Stand your ground!
Fire at will!
I don't have a shot!
happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair!
Lancers! Take the center!
Get ready!
なんてこった。
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge!
さあどうやって戦ったもんか。
Here they come!
来やがった。
Machine down! Get the rider! Friendly down!
走りながらのやつはなかなか当てるのが大変だな。とりあえずこっち側行って、あ、間違えた。ダメか。機械もやらなきゃダメ。あいつまた乗りやがった。待ちやがれ。あ、よし。まずいまずい。おお、こっちにもあったのねこれ。当たらん。よし。何？ヘッションじゃないとダメかやっぱ。危ない。機械も全部倒さないとダメっぽいな。よし。ありがとう。ゲッツサムアーモーって。なるほど。弓もちゃんとくれるんだね。うい。あまさかの前に来た別のやつに当たる。危ない。やってくれるなもう。よっしゃ。あと何体だ。うわーまだ来る。乗ってるやつは結構倒したと思ったんだけどな。邪魔。ぐわっ多くないか。
We've survived worse.
逆賊を倒す。これはさすがに難しい。オッケー。うわーい。 当たったか？当たってなさそうだな。しょうがない、高所からいいてやる。ここだ。ダメだった。オッケー。ワンダウン。これでどうだ。なんだ、当たってなかったのか。あ、ちょっと待って。違う違う違う違う違う違う。待って待って。違う違う違う違う違う違う。当たったろ。よし、当たった。いいぞ、この調子。あ、まずい。ヒャッハーのやつが出てきたな。
Grant me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
怠慢だと。おお。マジ？
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it.
おお。へへ、ここまで来れねえだろ。登れないんだ。ああ、嘘でしょ。それは聞いてないな。危ない。
Gotta get through that shield.
なんだ、弱点、汚れと、電撃だから、汚れをぶち込む。これでどうだ。よし、今だ。はい、電撃ってことはこれも効くだろう。いいぞ。何？くわ。やばすぎだろあいつ。早く早く早く。いてー。
You're not stopping me.
Come on. Whoa.
There, now's my chance.
あ、なんで今。あ、嘘、なんで外した。
I've gotta break that shield. The shield's regenerated.
半端ないな。
Gotta take down that shield.
そうだな、まずはやっぱりトラップキャスターだろ。作ってわお。やるね。もう一丁。はいよ。よし、今だ。あれ、当たった？当たってないな。よし、昇級の威力を見よ。わお。もうすぐだ。あ、ない。よし、 なんでヘッショで死なないの？あいつ人間か本当に。おいおいおいおいおい、避けるなよ。くわー、やってくれるな。確か、しかも遊戯ってのがあるんですよね。よっしゃ、パワーアップモードいくぜ。くたばり、なんで当たらん。くたばり、なんでヘッショだよ。なんでヘッショでくたばらないのあんたは。どうなってんのそれ。あっけー、はあ、超大変だった。おお、消えるんだフェイスペインって。今の遊戯ってのは必殺技みたいな感じかな。
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life. Comrades, mark this day. Today you have decimated the marshals, slaughtered the Karja. So begins our war, honeycomb. Move out.
レガーラね。あ、何人か生き残り。あ、よかった、生きてたか。大丈夫かバル。
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I got you.
It's salvage time, boys.
グルーだ。シールドウィングを手に入れた。最高だ。
Aloy, we're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Vuadis, Fashav, a massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tenakth territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
いろいろと聞けるな。まずは西部について。おお、いろいろあるな。
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Oseram delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Oseram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
途中で会いそうだな。飾れざる地。
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tanakh agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Oseram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regala and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call no man's land safe, even in the best of times.
The
ancient ruins of the southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
歌の平原とウタル族。
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tanakh further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a
どん
peaceful
な部
bunch,
族なんだろう。
at least compared to the Tanakh. More taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with.
農業をやってるのに食料問題があ
You'd
るの
think
か。
that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
不思議な部族だな。なんで農業やってんのに食料問題。
You said the Tanakh's lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then New Taru farmlands. Past that are the Tanakh. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh territory, but the united clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with
肝心
something,
なこと
right?
は書いてなさそう。戻って。レガーラについて。
Fashav called Regala a rival. Someone the Tanakh chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy.
確かに。
If the Tanakh weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
一個気になるのが、レガーラが、ブリスルバックをこっちに放って、それが鉱山をウルバンドの鉱山を越えてこっちに来たって話だったけど、ウルバンドとレガーラがつながってる説ないかな。それでウルバンドからファシャーブの話も聞いたとか、なんか可能性ありそう。ファシャーブ。
About Fashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tanakh
めっちゃいいやつだったのにな。
It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do. He spoke of
いや
advocating
必
for
要な
lasting
人材だっ
peace
た
between
よ
the
絶
Karja
対。
and Tanakh.
惜しい人
Too
をなく
late
した
for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
そっか。ノザールとフワです。
It's too bad about Nazar and Vladis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
頼む。カージャの応答。
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tanakh.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken at the start of another invasion.
なるほどね。
Sun King
難しいな
of
政治は。
That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
そろそろ行く時間だ。
I need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck.
あ、
The
よかっ
gates
た。
will
サブ
always
クエ
be
また
open
でき
to
る
you。should you wish to return.
よし。いよいよ禁じられし
And
セ
don't
ーブ
worry
へ。
about your friends.
頼
We'll
む。
get them patched up.
I
い
appreciate
やーついてきてほしいんだけどな。
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
さあちょっとマップを見てみるとですね、今まで通ってきたのがたったのこれだけの領地でレガーラエディション買った人ならわかると思うんですけど、西に今回広いんですね。西海岸、アメリカ西海岸を舞台にしてるから、もう広いのなんの今マックスでもう本当に全体感見えるように引き切ってるんですけど、それでもこんなに奥まである。どんだけ広いんだよ。ちょっとこれを踏破するのはめっちゃ時間かかりそうだな。超楽しみマジでよっしゃー行くとしますか。まずはちょっとセーブだけしてね行こう。